All right, well, welcome to the R&R Show. Sit back and relax and enjoy the best little sports show ever. I'm your host, Michael Roope, and this is my co-host, William Rumsey. Hello, William.
Howdy.
You look a little tight over there, William.
Do I?
Yeah, relax.
Oh, you threw me off when you said my last name. Usually it's just William. You threw Rumsey, and I was like, oh, nice.
Oh, well, hey, listen, I thought, the full name was deserved with such a big game on the line, William.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, so we're here to talk about, obviously, today's Titanic matchup between the 4-2 Cincinnati Bengals and the 5-1 Baltimore Ravens. Obviously, Baltimore's on a roll after their opening loss to Vegas, and quite frankly, I think the Bengals are on a roll. Of course, we had that one little hiccup with Green Bay that really should have won that game, but this is for all the marbles. First place is on the line. The Bengals have not done well against the Ravens for the past few years, so this is a big one, is it not, William?
It is. It's really due the Bengals slay the Lamar Jackson Dragon. I mean, he's 5-0 in his career against the Bengals, and
he's made it look easy.
Yeah, so I think the difference this year should be the Bengals' defense is improved, much improved, and I think that they have, the team to stick with them, stick with Lamar. It's just, do they limit the big plays?
Yep.
They've got Marquise Brown, Mark Andrews, and they've got that running game that has really just run roughshod over the league. So do they limit the big plays? And then on the flip side, does Burrow make enough plays to...
Well, I will tell you this. How we match up with them, their offense, I think this has been by far, leaps and bounds ahead of any of the defensive teams in recent memory. The secondary, I think we match up really well.
Agreed.
I think we're going to shut down. If they're going to win, they're going to have to do that on the legs of Lamar Jackson. I don't. Their running games doesn't scare me.
Devontae Freeman gets to start today.
Garbage.
Well, he's garbage, but in that offense,
if we lose to Devontae Freeman,
it comes down to Lamar's legs and his rushing ability. So Freeman's there just to offset.
Well, I'm hoping we devise some kind of defensive plan. Let our secondary match up with them. We don't care. Just do whatever you need to do to game plan to contain Lamar from breaking to the outside. I don't know what that is. I know I don't like the whole shadow idea, because whenever anybody shadows Lamar, that's only a rest, because nobody's as quick and explosive as Lamar. So that's never a good thing to do.
I think it's Logan Wilson, not the shadow, but he's going to be key today. He's sideline to sideline. He's a burgeoning star as a linebacker. That's what they brought him in for. This is his toughest task to date this year.
By the way, I think that might have been the first time we've ever used the word burgeoning. I like it.
Do you like it?
I do.
Okay.
I do like that. Yeah, that's a
I might put a little pep on my stuff.
That's right.
Yeah. So Logan Wilson, Trey Hendrickson, our big free agent signing, is going to have to get after Lamar. Sam Hubbard on the other side. So I think those three guys are the key on the defense today.
And I'm just going to say right now, I was wrong on Trey Hendrickson. I think I told you multiple times that, I didn't like the signing. I thought he was a product of the Saints as a whole, because the Saints defense had been nasty for many years with a lot of those named guys. But I was wrong.
Yep.
He has been a nightmare. He looked like he made Penei Sewell look like he was in quicksand.
Turnstile.
He looked like he was in quicksand last week. So I do like I like where he's at. I like the defense as a whole. I really I'm impressed with him. So on the flip side of things, offensively, I haven't been, even though they've been putting up some point, it's been more via the big play.
Yes.
I still am not happy with where our offense is.
No, the consistency hasn't been there, and you and I have beaten on the drum multiple times. I think it stems from the offensive line. There's some leaky spots in there, and that can kill drives pretty quickly.
Yep.
Sacks, penalties, it kills a drive.
Yep.
And then they have to rely on Jamar Chase to bail them out.
Yeah, and that's just
And hey, credit to him, he has.
He has, but that's just a recipe. I need to see consistent drives where they should be with their skill set that they have, they should be picking up 5 to 7 yards per play. It should just be like marching down, but they just kind of spit and sputter, and then they need a big play, and it's like, I don't see the consistent drives like a Kansas City Chiefs or a Buffalo Bills, but they have the weapons with them. It's just that's not happening. It all kind of stems from that the pressure.
Yeah, the offensive line. And you're not the only one, we're not the only ones to notice that the national media says that the Bengals offense is just inconsistent. And we see that on a week-to-week basis. Yeah. But like you said, I think we do match up well with that secondary. I think the key, kind of a sleeper key to the game, Tyler Boyd. Yeah. He just hasn't been playing well, or Burrow hasn't been looking at him. But they're going to try to shut down Chase. So I think Higgins and Boyd, and I think Boyd being the veteran, I see him making some big plays today.
Well, I will say when Higgins was out, Boyd showed up. I mean, he did well. I just don't think. I think there's just a disconnect. First of all, I think obviously Burrow looks for Chase. Secondly, I don't think Boyd is probably, in the progressions, he's probably like a third, and Burrow just never has that time to get to that progression.
Is he fourth behind Uzama?
No. Give me a break. I mean, now I know Burrow likes Uzama, but I will just tell you that. But again, Burrow will read the defense and go where the defense dictates the ball to go to. But I know Uzama's not, but Uzama's a solid player. Yeah. I don't want to get that wrong. But that being said, I don't want to see any more Drew Sample.
No.
Every time he goes to Drew Sample, it looks like it looks like the Benny Hill show out there. I mean, he's stumbling and fumbling and just like this. I mean, I think
that's the first Benny Hill reference.
Yeah, well, somebody if we had somebody to run this wildly great production, they would have queued up some Benny Hill music.
They would have.
But here we are. You had to go.
Yeah, the Bengals shit the proverbial bed with that pick. Yeah, I mean, he looked for him last week too, and now. Granted, that catch, the sample, it would have been a great catch, but I still think as a second-round pick, you take over DK Metcalf.
But he's messing.
He's just not.
He's missed a lot of easy passes.
He has.
Let's cut ties next year.
Yeah.
Let's cut ties. But talking about cutting ties, and it kind of wanted to bring up the trade market seems to be heating up, and I know we recently saw. The Bengals might be linked to some Patriots offensive linemen, but I don't know.
When's the last time the Bengals made a trade?
Well, and once again, that points to the lack of no GM.
Yeah.
So, again, but you know what? They usually do trade. They do like the New England Patriots because, and I'll tell you why they like to wheel and deal with the Patriots. It's for the simple fact that Bill Belichick's his most revered person he had in the NFL was Paul Brown. So I know Mike likes that, and he speaks fondly of Paul Brown all the time, Bill does. So I'm sure that's the little chemistry there, because let's face it, there's no GM, so I don't even know who the hell's fielding these kind of calls.
Oh, man.
I mean, is it Katie Blackburn?
I don't know.
I mean, who?
Is it Tobin?
Is it?
I don't know.
Is it Mike?
That's pretty bad. Lifelong fans like us don't really know.
Yeah. We don't.
And that's why I always just take, when we're in our group chat and we get things about Bengals making trade, we're just like, yeah, I just don't get excited. But this year could be different. I mean, I think really if we pull to get today's game, and here's the thing, it's going to be a tall task for the Bengals to win today.
I don't think that's true.
I think this is a new season. We can't always look at the past, but it's a tall task for the Bengals to win today in Baltimore. But what I'm getting, if they do, then I think the pressure goes on the front office. Like, hey, this is a team. I've seen a couple articles this week. Super Bowl contenders have been mentioned.
Yeah,
but I think
if they win. Yeah, if they win.
If they win.
They then get to the, they probably break the top 10 of Colin Cowherd's top 10 hierarchy.
Oh, man.
Oh, I don't think they've ever been in Colin's top 10, but let's, but real quick, I wanted to touch base on that trade.
Yeah.
A name that was thrown out there for a trade. I don't know if this was confirmed or if this is the crony speculation, but Tyler Boyd was thrown out there. Would you be willing to give up Tyler Boyd for a premier offensive lineman? I say no. That you got a good chemistry in the locker room, and
that's just. I mean, it just depends on your definition of premier.
And he's just signed with Kansas City, but let's say
it was Big Country who said that. Your brother Blake. I have not seen that online anywhere. Has it been online anywhere?
I don't know, but I wouldn't say. I mean, that would ruin the chemistry because the one thing that is the overriding mantra this whole year is the chemistry that this team has had and how they pull for each other, and I just think that would.
I don't think it. I think you hit the nail on the head earlier when you said that Burrow just. And it's not a secret. He looks at Chase. Well, when you have a big piece like Chase coming in the offense, it is going to take all the rest of the parts some time to get acclimated.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Burrow he's becoming a great quarterback. He's going to figure that out over the year. But yeah, that would be to trade somebody like Tyler Boyd. Just depends on the premier offensive lineman piece that you get.
Yeah. It'd just be too hard. I don't see that.
Now, I did see an ESPN Plus article talked about, potential trade pieces for the Bengals who would go out. Drew Sample. And I'm thinking, like...
Who would want Drew Sample?
I'm like, where?
Where?
I mean, get him out of here.
Yeah, like, hey, give us a bag of
Speaking
peanuts.
of that, where did our get him out of here
segment it's been a while. There's been a couple good, very deserving people lately, but we'll fire that back up. I think maybe our fans miss it.
They do. So. Clamoring. All right, so is it prediction time?
I think it is prediction time. So I think I saw the line. I got I did the Barstool Sports book. I think it was sitting at 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, it's at Baltimore. Justin Tucker gives them a different element, so they can. You get to the 50-yard line, it's almost damn near Justin time. So that being said, I'm thinking this is big.
Oh man,
I'm going big.
Oh man,
I'm saying it feels 24-17.
Who?
Bengals.
Oh, wow.
Bengals. Okay. They don't even need the 6.5. They went straight out. I'm telling you, I like what they do. I don't think Baltimore's offense is very good.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, everybody's like, oh, the Chargers. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Chargers defense isn't good. So, you know what? No. So just table that, and then they offensively, the Chargers, for lack of a better term, shit the bed. So I just think if the Bengals can block them up front, and that's a big if, I think they win. I don't think Baltimore moves the ball very well at all. We got common opponents. Look what they struggle with the Lions. They did, and Bengals made it look easy. So, and it was both at Detroit. So, and you don't really ever play the common opponent game.
Yeah.
Because if that was the case, we'd be licking our chops for the Chargers, and that isn't the case.
No.
So, but that being said, I think the Bengals defense shows up, and I think it's going to be a struggle for Baltimore to get to 17.
Oh, man. Okay.
There I say it.
Well, I've gone back and forth all week, and I've talked about, slaying the Lamar Dragon. I think they get one again today. I just can't pick against the Bengals right now.
Nope.
I'm going 24-20.
Oh, it's almost right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
One more
Justin Tucker field goal. Okay,
yeah.
I could see that happen. I mean, obviously, again, I just think that I just don't think Baltimore has enough pieces around Lamar. I think it's a smoke and mirrors show. I think
I think the Bengals are healthier too.
Yeah. And I think if Baltimore faces a good defense, they're going to have problems because, quite frankly, their defense is, I just think, okay. But Lamar it's just the Lamar show and a bunch of mismatched pieces.
And Burrow, I mean, numbers say that he thrives on when teams blitz him.
Yep.
He thrives.
Yep.
So Baltimore's big on blitzes, so we'll see.
Yep.
But when's the last time we said good defense in Bengals talking about the same?
I think this may be the best defense they've had.
Really?
I mean, they look pretty good. I just think it revolves around. I just don't think the Bengals have ever had a good linebacker.
Nah, Logan Wilson, burgeoning
star. So, but again, I think that's pretty much where we're at. The secondary's been playing lights out. Sign Jesse Bates. Let's figure out. Let's just cut Drew Sample mid-game and just give him Drew's freaking salary.
Who was it? Hilton that came out in his press conference said sign Jesse Bates.
It did.
I like it.
Yeah.
That shows that the locker room's in a good place.
Yeah.
And they might be against ownership, but the locker room's in a good place.
And I think Zach Taylor liked it, even though it was a shot against. It's like, hey, it just shows that they're pulling for each other. So.
Are we sold on Zach Taylor?
No.
No. All right. There you have it. We'll delve into that next week.
Yeah, I think that's
Is
a
that
real
worms? That's a big
wow. I mean
can.
that's like a minefield.
We just can't throw that in at the end.
No, we can't because that's a minefield. A lot's going to be determining what I see today out of Zach because
I agree.
some of these calls he's making
I agree.
It will sink a season. So, but we'll dive into that. Zach, you got a chance. I know he's supposed to be on our show a few months back, but
I was promised Zach Taylor.
Well, there's things that you just don't
You're
understand
like,
what's
you look
going
at me
on
like, oh, who have you ever brought on the show?
well, listen, we won't drop names, but anyway, we will hopefully have Zach Taylor on in the future shows. But again, thanks for joining us. If the Bengals win, I think it deserves then a recap from William and I.
agree.
You might get 2 shows in one day, guys.
God.
So
can you guys handle that?
I had 2 shows in one day. It's a 2-for-1 special, hopefully today. And that all depends on the Bengals winning.
Who day?
Yeah. What did I say? 24-17.
17, and I had 24-20.
Wow. So we are on it. So who day Bengals hopefully will win, and hopefully we'll see you back here in a couple hours. Thanks, guys.